Alright. I'm officially not late. Okay. Getting my headset on. I just hopped out of the shower, so. Freshly showered Taku. So today, we are going to be finishing Metal Gear Solid 3. And then I think I'm just going to call it a night after that's done. I've had a long past few days, so the finale shouldn't take that long. It should maybe be like an hour and a half, if I'm being realistic. So, a bit of a short stream today. Alright, game's booting up right now. You guys can't see it, but it's booting. Okay. Here we go. And then once I'm finally done with this, I can go back and grab all the trophies that I missed. I can finally just grab them off stream, and I don't have to deal with the streaming software anymore for Metal Gear. Metal Gear with streaming software is really weird. The window itself, it needs to be in windowed mode. To record video, you need to use the window capture to capture the video, but it doesn't capture the audio. You need to use a game capture for the same thing to capture the audio, but not the video. And you need both sources on at the same time. And there's also a weird launcher window that you guys can't see. That's also kind of broken. So just across the board, there, room for improvement. And I did see that Digital Foundry actually released a video kind of just giving the public an update on where Metal Gear Solid 3 is at in terms of their patches and all that. They didn't really have that many good things to say. But, I mean, I didn't watch the whole thing. I can see for myself that it's kind of whack. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Okay. But yeah, I can see for myself that it's kind of weird. So, nobody needs to tell me it's weird. I can literally see it. So, but yeah, let's get Metal Gear Solid 3 done. And we'll, I was thinking of finishing Dying Light on Friday on stream. I've been doing it off stream. It's my off stream game, but it might actually be a decent thing to watch for a Friday. Generally speaking, Fridays and what should I use? Oh, Spirit is better for rain, probably, huh? What was I saying? Generally speaking, I think that... Oh, wow. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh. Generally, I'm kind of unsure what to do with Fridays because for the longest, it spent a long time as community night. And it's been in kind of a gray area where I'm not quite sure whether or not I want to keep it as a community night. But it tends to not follow what happens on Monday and Wednesday. I think what I'm going to do going forward, I'm probably just going to change that so that Monday, Wednesday, Friday are the same game. And then have Saturday be its own unique thing. Saturday afternoon or thereabouts. Sometime during the daytime, I think I'll do a community game on Saturdays instead of Fridays. And Sundays, I think I'm gonna go take the day off. I don't know how often I'm gonna do that, but I'm thinking that at least this coming Sunday, I am not gonna be streaming. I don't know where I just got spotted from. Do I have to go that way? Oh yeah, it is that way. Damn it. Oh, what the? How do you... How? What? Okay, so I guess it wasn't me that they saw. They saw Eva. That's the problem. She'll walk it off, probably. It is pretty crazy how much she needs to eat, though. Man. You want this frog?
Ow, it's all rotten.
Whoops. It appears to be rotten. She'll be alright. She'll probably be alright. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna question it. She'll be just fine. Ooh, baby. Welcome back to Tentavision. Some days you feed on a tree frog. So true, Tentavision. Welcome back. How are you? How are you, my son?
Right there.
Hold on. Oops, I missed. Damn, there's so many. Eva, go! Run, Eva! What's crazy to me is how quick the enemy moves. That is wild. Anywho, what have you been up to, Tentavision? How's life? How's life treating you? Are you winning, son? Are you losing, son? Or something? I don't know, dude. Eva, please. And Tentavision says I'm good. Very nice. Glad to hear it. Or read it, rather. Oh, I need to be close to Eva. Damn it. And work is back on 8-hour shifts from 9. Very nice. From...
This tastes like crap.
Maybe it is, Eva.
Oh, yuck.
So... What was I saying? From 9-hour shifts, you mean? Or 9 o'clock? But yeah, I am so glad. I didn't know that you can actually, like, have fun at work. I feel like what I do lately is purposeful, and dude, work is so much easier to handle lately. And now we end at 11:30 p.m.? Dude, 11:30 p.m.? I would... Oh! We're good. I broke out in a cold sweat just now, but we're good. Almost died, but it's alright. But yeah, 11:30 p.m. is wild, though. I can't imagine ending work that late. It is so late. I think I'd lose my mind. I would absolutely, positively lose my mind. Oh, what the heck? Okay, this is not where I thought I was going, but we're this far, so. Oh, am I going in a circle? Why are there knocked out enemies already? Damn it, I am going in a circle. Ah. Eva, I made a mistake. Turn around. Eva, I made a huge mistake. We gotta go. Eva, we gotta go. I made a huge mistake, Eva. Anywho. But yeah, what time do you go to sleep then, Tentavision? Probably like 2 a.m. then? Is your free time in the morning or at night? Because... Oh. Oh, I see where I'm supposed to go. Bruh. That's wild. Did they say Eva? They saw me. Eva. Brother Eva. You're killing me. Eva, we gotta go. And Tentavision says, I sleep at 3 usually, wake up at noon. Oh my. Oh my goodness.
Let me have some more.
Well, I hope that the new... Ooh, I just ran out of bullets. I hope my new stream schedule works better for you, maybe? If you need some company. While you're, Oh, he's lying down. I thought he was dead. But yeah, if you need some company in the dead of night and would like to chat, I will probably be streaming nowadays. Oh, where'd Eva go? Oh, she's right there. Dude, they might as well just send the whole army at this point. Wild. Eva, we gotta go. Whatever codename I get's gonna be wild. Okay, but Tentavision says, I think it'd be better if my free time was in the morning, but I don't have the self-control to get myself to sleep earlier. Yeah, the nice thing about sleeping at night, or, sorry, the nice thing about having your free time at night is that there's like a little bit of padding for like how long you can like play games and stuff. Because if like you're in the middle of something, you can stay up a little longer to finish what you're doing, you know? But if you have your free time in the morning, let's say you start like, you wake up 3 hours before your shift, then you have like a really sharp cutoff for when you have to stop doing stuff. So yeah, I mean, mornings are definitely more peaceful, but yeah, I can't imagine just like working and then sleeping. I think that would drive me insane. I most definitely can't do that.
Snake, the lake is just over that cliff. Eva should be able to climb it if you help her. Keep her close to you.
Yeah. Once she gets here, there we go. Okay. Oof. Anywho, to... Damn it. How did... Is it you? Who just saw me? Damn. There we go. Eva! We gotta go, Eva. I'm assuming we're in the clear. Oh, bruh. I did not see that guy at all. Oh, I see the... Okay, I see the problem. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough health for the final fight. Where's Eva? Eva, brother? Oh. I died. It happened so quick, I didn't even realize I was dead. I was trying to call Eva. Okay. Anywho, so I'm thinking... Damn it. I'm not gonna bother with stealth. I'm going. It's an action game now. Eva, come on. It's gonna be like 40 alerts, 200 kills. I'm gonna have like no bullets for my fight with the boss. Also, I thought... Oh, never mind. Oh, damn. Dang, Eva. Oh, dang, Eva. I was gonna say, I thought that Eva dropped her gun, which she did, technically. We handed her a revolver. I totally forgot we did that. Alright, Eva. Come on. We gotta go. Do I have... I only have one life med, so... This final fight is gonna be pretty tough. Pretty tough indeed. Eva. Eva moves at like less than a mile an hour. Damn it. Oh. I always press the codec button to try to open my map for some reason. I think we're... yeah, this way. Okay. Anywho, once this game's done, the next game is going to be Immortals Fenyx Rising. I've officially decided that's what we're going to do. Whether or not I do Dying Light on Friday or Immortals Fenyx Rising will probably just be...
There's something out there.
however I'm feeling, just in that moment. Honestly, I'll probably just start Immortals on Friday. It works out a lot better if I do it that way. Oh shoot, wait, can... Eva, can you drop this far? Damn. She got like pierced through the gut and she still drops farther than I could. Like, I am a healthy young man and I would probably break my legs if I tried to jump that far. And she's got like this giant injury just straight through her torso. But she can make the drop just fine.
So tired.
Hi, so tired, I'm talking. Okay. Forgot to turn the AC on, man, it's hot. It is hot in Topeka. It is hot in Topeka. Oh wow, it was just 2 areas? I thought it was like 4 or something. Ah well. I mean, I guess I was just shooting my way through the whole thing. Dude, they really need to expand areas for Delta.
Come on, Snake. We made it.
We made it.
We made it.
Over there.
Eva, does that not hurt anymore? That literal hole in your torso?
It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay? Promise me!
Eva, where was this running when, like 2 seconds ago? And we're suddenly here.
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful? It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it? Yesterday's ally becomes today's opposition. And this Cold War? Think back. When I was leading the Cobras, America and Russia were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along. I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Cobras. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing. The name Nevada is derived from Spanish, covered in snow, white as snow. And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space. 3 years earlier, the Soviet Union had succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space.
I don't... I'll talk about
That's
this later.
when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see. But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the Sorrow, my old comrade in battle. He was my friend. But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice. The Sorrow gave his life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever. It was my father who explained all of this to me. He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization. And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V2 rocket installations. I was pregnant at the time. The Sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers. Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake. I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake? Commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time. Let's make this the greatest 10 minutes of our lives, Jack.
Boss?
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty.
Let's go.
Let's see what you're made of.
Now, I'm no... Oh, Snake.
Is that all?
Okay, that
All
was kind of
these
dumb with me, I
years
can't
and
even
still
lie.
nothing to show. You better run.
What was I saying? So, now, hear me out. I'm no expert on giving birth, but isn't it just a little silly to... the snake scar she has? That scar is like... Welcome in, Azur. Why do I come in at the same strangest times? I don't know, man. But welcome in. Now, I'm no expert on giving birth, but I'm pretty certain. I'm pretty certain that the scar you would... Damn it. I'm pretty certain that you would only need a scar in, like, your belly area at like, the highest. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure there's no need to, like, cut, like, into or above the chest for what she has in her snake scar. And on top of that, wouldn't you want... If you're doing a surgical cut, doesn't it make the most sense to cut straight? In a straight line? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to make a cut in the shape of a snake. To make a cut in the shape of a snake and then just, like, have the cut be all the way up to the chest. Up to and including the chest. It makes no sense. Anyways. Hello. Hello, Azur. How are you, Azur? Xenomorph babies. The boss birthed the first xenomorph. Damn it, how did she see me? Ow, boss, please. Also, I only have 10 minutes for this fight. If I don't kill her in 10 minutes, then I have to start over. And this fight... Damn it, okay, that one was my aim, I can't even lie, that one was my aim. I only have 2 bullets left, that's wild. You know, when we inevitably have to do this fight again, I should probably not fire all my bullets. Like I just did. It's not a good idea. Anyway, she had a back alley C-section. Not the back alley. Somehow got out with a badass scar. So true. I mean, the scar's cool. Scar's cool. Does it make sense? Not really, but I mean, you know, rule of cool. I'll give her a pass because it looks cool, but oh, there goes Snake's stomach growling.
I want some more.
I want some more. This fight is kind of hard, but it's not hard because of the fight itself. The problem with this fight is that it has a weird fixed camera, which can work in your favor because it kind of tells you where the boss is, but you can't like really move the camera. So, oh, there she is. So it's kind of hard to tell. She doesn't really make it super obvious where she is all the time. Sometimes, like now, it's kind of obvious because the pedals move when she runs, but it's not super, super obvious. Also, I think that if she actually manages to touch you, there's a chance, if you have a weapon equipped, I think she can break your weapon. And winning in a hand-to-hand combat fight is just not happening, so. But she is really hard to see. I can just barely make out where she is. Hold on. I'm actually running out of bullets. I guess I'll just pull the... Oops. Pull out the shotgun. I don't think the RPG is really going to help me here. Anyway, but yeah, 10th Division says she also got shot, but that doesn't help explain much. This is beautiful. Isn't it? It is a beautiful fight, isn't it? But, another thing that doesn't make sense is the part where she's like, yeah, I was pregnant and I gave birth on the battlefield. It's like, are you telling me that you're like around 9 months pregnant? And then whoever was in charge of your unit was like, yeah, send her down. I know she's like ready to give birth at a moment's notice, but like, you know what? Just send her into the battlefield. Just send her.
5 more minutes.
Thank you for the time check, boss. Oh. So another cool thing, you can kind of gauge how far you are in the fight by... Does she know where I am? Ow, never mind, she does. That's wild. You can tell how much time you have left based on how far along the song is. So if it's like... Hold on. Ah, damn it. She's so hard to hit 3 times. Boss, please chill out. She is almost dead though. Anyway, ready to burst in the trenches, so true. She was like, okay bro, no problem. Like, that's what I'm saying. Oh, also, fun trivia. There are white snakes. There's white snakes next to the logs. This one is Snake 1. Or Snake I, or something. L. Anyway. So, this one's liquid. But you can also have solid and solidus. And welcome into Snipey. Welcome in. How are you, Snipey? Good to see you. Good to see you. We're right up on the end. Honestly, this is probably the greatest like video game theme, in my personal opinion. Oh, Snake! We need to fire faster, Snake. The problem with this fight currently is that I don't have enough bullets. If I had more like handgun bullets, it's over. But I don't have that many, so.
3 more minutes.
Okay, I'm hoping the Scorpion will will last me to the end. We're almost done. Unless I get absolutely stomped in the last, like, 2 seconds. Or if she just disappears. Yeah, this is a bad sign. Oh, there she is.
Found you.
How did you... Owie. Oh, Snake, don't do that. Okay, I might actually die here. This is not looking good. You managed to CQC, Extreme, European Bulgan, and the boss. Yeah, that is not in the cards for me. Oh, got her. Never mind. We're good. Welcome into Appy. Welcome in. Okay, we're done. Okay, I wanted to let the song play, but if I don't get her now, I might never. So, this was very lucky.
Keep it safe.
Usually I'll die at least 3 times. Ah, I should have changed into better.
It's our only hope.
I should have changed into better camo.
A patriot? Why are you giving me this?
But yeah, I know there was a timer. That's why I was rushing.
Snake, you're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it. There's only room for one boss and one snake.
Boss, no. Boss. I'm gonna catch up real quick. Why is it liquid? So the reason that snake is called liquid is because they're named after the 3 snakes, the clones. So there's solid, liquid, and solidus. So that's why. But yeah, welcome into Appy. Welcome in. And then you know the story of Metal Gear. I don't know anything more than that, but I know it's a band? Wait, what? Oh! Whoops. Well, she's dead. R.I.P. R.I.P. boss. I would have just stood over her forever. Where's Gas Snake and Plasma Snake? I need a snake variant for every state of matter. Every single one. If I don't get it, then what's the point of making clones? Horsey, no. I'm sorry I smoked your owner. Don't question it. I know we just talked about the scar. Don't question it. Just pretend it never happened. Goodbye, boss. Oh, and Whitesnake's a band. Thank you, Tentavision.
Ready to go, Snake?
No, wait, Eva, I forgot something.
Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
Eva, I forgot a ration. We gotta go back. Eva, couldn't you have stored something, I don't know, lighter?
I told you you could trust me.
How did you get this here, actually? I never really thought about this. Where did... You prepared this wig, but how did you get it here? You do know that I had to be, like, rocketed in, right?
Snake!
How did you get this here, but my rocket...
Ocelot.
Never mind. I'm not gonna
We're
question
not
it.
done yet.
We're not done yet.
Damn.
Ocelot, no! I need that for New Game Plus.
Too heavy!
Snake, punch harder! Rip. Snake invented WWE.
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good!
Oh, Appy's gotta go. Bye-bye, Appy. Have a wonderful night.
I picked up a few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it.
Eva!
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So it's in the left. Left. Right. Left. Still left, I think. Right. Left. Right. Left. Left. Still left. I don't remember the answer to this. Nobody tell me. I'm pretty sure it's left, but I don't remember.
What's your name?
Snake.
No. Not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
Can I see outside? I can. Eva, do you have another gun you can throw at me? I'll take the left
Pick
one.
one up already.
I'm going, Ocelot. It's me, Adamska. No relation to real Adam. Wink, 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 wink. Get ready to get wrecked. Ah. Loser. It really was the left. That's wild.
It's a blank.
You lost. Ocelot.
That was fun. Till we meet again, John.
That was fun, bro. Hits chest. Yeah, I wouldn't make it to shore if I had to swim that far. I'm pretty sure I'd be dead.
Give me a hand! Whoa! Come on, pull up!
Pull, pull, pull. Nice.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
What are those textures down there? Oh. You're not eating the... Okay. Not eating the dead body, are you? I don't think horses eat meat.
Oh no, Migs! out! What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them.
Horses are herbivores? Does that mean they only eat
They're gonna
herbs?
shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on.
Locked on target. I got towed.
They only eat herbs.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
We have more than enough time to look for a parachute.
Bulk 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Bulk 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Bulk 19, do you copy? Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The MiGs are turning back! Woo!
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
Dude, the absolute nap I'd take after this mission. I would be absolutely gone for like 48 hours. Anyways, 10th Division says, apparently it's not unheard of, but no, generally they don't. But what if I fed a horse some beef jerky? Is beef jerky an herb? I guess a horse got to do what a horse got to do in dire time. So true. Girl, you're flying the plane. So true. Ma'am, weren't you just having a problem with maintaining elevation a moment ago? Or pulling up, rather? Power volume tuning and special? What's the special knob for? Is there like a special radio frequency? Or never mind. Anyways.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Eva, please, I'm in a common area. Eva, please. Eva, please. Ma'am, your fly is down. And by fly, I mean the whole outfit. It's not just down. It's not down by like 2 inches. It's down by like... I don't even know how many feet, really. I just realized, this copyright? I might have to delete this VOD. That's not good. sudden copyright. Janky port, so I can't click away from the screen. Oh... Oh, Kojima. You're giving me so many problems. Oh, current Konami. Please fix your port so I can click on my OBS and turn down the game, please. Throw it out of the window. So true. What is it still doing? Snake's like, the radio stays on. What if I need to call paramedic to save my progress?
Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake.
You know, Colonel never did explain why he named a snake. I don't know if there's a lore explanation. He said he was going to explain later, but he never did, so... Is it because the Snake, Eva, and Adam thing would be funny, or... Yeah, we gave two people the codenames Adam and Eve, and it would just be funny if we called you Snake. Hilarious, even.
Good morning, Snake. I hope you slept well.
First of all, I have to apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA.
I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
I wonder if this branding will make it all the way to Delta.
The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The two NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgan, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgan couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live.
Damn.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
Awesome. Very cool.
You are a true patriot.
Welcome into Mandy. Don't forget. Oh. Ah! I don't know if that's what you were talking about. I almost forgot about that, though. Welcome into Mandy. How are you? You have to live, says 10th Division. So true. You have to live. You're the big boss now. And I'm gonna get a code name like, I don't know, Cockroach or something. Sorry, no red eye. Couldn't see it.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgan inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgan's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss, and that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive, and she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
Khrushchev ousted from power. Brezhnev becomes the first secretary of the Communist Party. This is a lot of reading, actually. Sigint joins ARPA. Eva disappears without a trace in Hanoi. Paramedic establishes the nation's first paramedic system in Seattle, Washington. Zero disbands Fox. Philosopher changes its name to the Patriots. Big Boss establishes Foxhound. But yeah, this is the end. 07. And then the Less Infants Terribles project. Okay, this one's definitely copyright. I gotta hold on. Oh. Okay, you guys can't hear it anymore. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Oh, I gotta turn my headset down. This is loud. Okay. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Girlies for Eva. Aha. Insane. Uh, and then you're a big boss now. Not the boss, but big boss. Thank you, Snipey. Thank you, thank you. I am, aren't I? Mandy says I might have a job interning for my sister's past therapist, current best friend. Very nice. This is going to help with my resume ability to get into grad school so much. The only downside is I will have to work and go to work and have a job. Oh no. Not work. Not work. Also, the past therapist, current best friend thing, killing me. LOL, get it though. Sister weirdly became best friends with one of her professors in college. Okay, sorry. My dad had to tell me something. Um, Sister weirdly became best friends with one of her professors in college. They ended up being roommates at one point, and then her therapist became her bestie. They've been best friends for years. It never occurred to me to talk to my sister about this stuff. She was like, half my friends are therapists and psychologists. Hmm. And amazing. Networking baby, so true. I'm relieved. High relieved. I'm Taku. Thought my ability to network was going to be my downfall and everything. Me IRL. Congratulations. Thank you, Tentavision. Wait. Or for Mandy, maybe? I don't know. Congrats to Mandy. Congrats, GG's. Is it the end of the game? Did I interrupt the end of the game? No to the interrupting, but it was the end of the game. Sorry, Taku. No need to be sorry. Oh 07. So true, Tentavision. Very exciting news. So true. Hell yeah, that was awesome. That's crazy. So true. And they were roommates. So true. Okay, I'm caught up now. Okay. I can't skip this. You guys can't hear anything, but there's a song playing. I don't remember who it's by, but there's a song playing. And see you next time at Taku. See you next time, Snipey. Hope to see you more often. But yeah, there's what was I gonna say? Bye bye, Snipey, if you're going. Bye bye. What was I gonna say? So I did want to discuss the ending of MGS3 a little bit, if I could. There's a lot of, hold on, there's a lot of loud music playing. But yeah, Kojima does a lot of on-the-nose comparisons. Head Division saying that he's a snake from the Bible. Kinda. It's a bit of a on-the-nose comparison, but so to kind of sum up Metal Gear Solid 3, the base of all you really need to know, in its simplest form, in the game, the US sends the boss, their best soldier. The US sends the boss and pretends to have her defect from the United States and to join Russia so that the US can get its hands on the philosopher's legacy, which is being held in Russia by Colonel Volgin, who is like Colonel Volgin is like Russian, but he's like part of the opposition to Khrushchev. So Khrushchev is like the current ruler of Russia, but then the opposing force is Volgin, basically. But Volgin has this thing which is a lot of money. So the legacy is the philosopher's legacy is a lot of it's essentially like a small data thing that contains information about like millions or billions of dollars. Essentially, a lot of money was created in the middle of World War I and II, and that money was stored away and kept secret in multiple different places. The philosopher's legacy is the record of where the money is stored, basically. So basically early crypto. So the boss's the US's objective was to send the boss, have her pretend to defect, and then have her infiltrate Volgan's circle, get the legacy, and then just come back. That was the original mission. But what ended up happening is because the boss brought along with her some mini nuclear warheads, Volgan fired the nuclear warheads at Russia, and then Volgan, the boss couldn't really like, it created a big incident because now it's like it's not just one person defecting, it's like a US soldier defects plus also the mini nuke thing. So as a result of that, in order, Khrushchev was basically like, hey, so something blew up, and the US is like, wasn't me. And Khrushchev was basically like, well, I think it is. So here's what we're gonna do. I won't. Everybody kind of hates me currently because. Oh, hold on. I'll continue this in a second. There's a little after credits thing, I think.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed. Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands. With this money, yes, the philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
L gasp. Okay, that's the official end. But yeah, twists upon twists upon twists. Oh, crocodile. Nice. 210. I actually guessed I'd killed probably 200 earlier in the stream. But yep, 210. Wow. And then I guessed 40 alerts. Oh, it's 57. Well, close enough. Anywho. So, sorry, back to my explanation. So the US wants the boss to pretend to defect so that they can get their hands on the Philosopher's Legacy, which is like a data file that contains a bunch of like hidden funds. So the boss pretends to defect, goes to Russia, brings along the Davy Crockett, and then Volgan's like, oh, what's this? And then like fires it off at Russia, essentially. So then after that, Khrushchev calls the US and is like, what was that? And the US is like, I don't know. And Khrushchev is like, well, a giant nuclear something went off. Was that you? And the US is like, no. And Khrushchev's like, well, you see, one of your guys defected. The boss defected to our side. You know that? And the US is like, yeah, she did. And Khrushchev is like, well, you know how it looks, right? That one of your guys defected and then suddenly one of my places blew up. And the US is like, yeah, kind of problematic. And Khrushchev is like, well, seeing how this looks, if somebody finds out about this, I mean, I don't want to go. Khrushchev is like, well, I don't want Russia to go to a war with the US, but ultimately, I don't have the Russian people see me, Khrushchev, as weak because of the Cold War stuff. So if they find out that it was the US that caused that, well, then I won't be able to stop them. I won't be able to stop the Russian people from how they feel about it. So essentially, Russia and the US work out a plan to be like, okay, well, the problem, we could prove that we didn't have anything to do with it if we just send a US soldier to kill the boss, because in that way, the boss is, the US essentially eliminates one of their own. And also, on top of that, Khrushchev doesn't like Volgan because Volgan is like the opposition. Volgan is like Russian, but Volgan is like the opposing force in Russia against Khrushchev. He's like the other, like, not other political party, but he's like, Khrushchev and Volgan are Russian, but Volgan wants to be Khrushchev. So Khrushchev is basically like, okay, well, here's what you'll do. You'll kill the person that defected, and then smoke Volgan because he's my opposition, and I don't want to deal with that. And if you do it, it's better. Because then technically I didn't do it. Technically you did it. And then just destroy the weapon. So, no, actually I think the weapon was, no, it was mainly just kill the boss and smoke Volgan. And then I think the US also wanted the Shagroha destroyed, so that's essentially what Snake had to do. In order to prove the US was innocent, he has to kill the boss, kill Volgan, and destroy the Shagroha. So that was like the premise of the game. But what's not revealed to you until the end is that you kind of spend most of the game kind of wondering why the boss defected, and why she's just kind of doing stuff. And it's kind of revealed in the end that the boss is very much like, the boss's philosophy is kind of hard for me to explain personally, but it's kind of like, her philosophy is like the times change and everybody has a role to play. And while countries may be fighting each other one day and be friends the next, everybody's got a role to play, and this is mine. So we're going to fight, basically, is what that kind of boils down what she was saying. And then you find out afterwards that her role was also to be a spy, to get the Philosopher's Legacy, but then that kind of screwed up, and then her role became to fight Snake. That's pretty much like short version of the ending. And there's also other stuff as well. There's I mean, the boss is a spy, kind of. Um, the boss is a spy. Eve is a spy for the Chinese, and uh, Ocelot is a spy for. I can't remember who Ocelot's a spy for. Ocelot is technically Adam, who would be a KGB spy, but I think he's like a KGB spy. He's also like a US spy, and he's like a spy for like a third party. I can't remember who it was, but Ocelot is like a triple crosser basically. Um, but yeah, and then Snake's just kind of there. Anyway, let me catch up. Sorry, I had to look away from chat for a moment to gather my thoughts. But yeah, something like a treasure map. So true. And this one-sided phone call reminded me of Love and Deep Space Calls. What? I don't think I've seen that one. L Gasp, D colon, so true, Mandy. 10 Division says, can't prove we didn't plant her to nuke Russia because they did plant her. So we prove she's not on our side by killing her. Basically, it's kind of like, yeah, it's pretty clear that they did plant her, but at the same time, yeah, Khrushchev can't quite order the hit because of the weird nature of everybody's relation to each other. Khrushchev can't order the hit to have the boss eliminated. First of all, it would be really hard to do that. Just generally speaking, it's not really easy to kill like the best soldier of the US in this fictional universe. But even so, even if it were possible for Khrushchev to kill the boss, it wouldn't be a good idea for Khrushchev to order the hit, because then he goes pretty directly against Volgin, who's trying to oust Khrushchev. So in doing so, it would make the relations between Khrushchev and Volgin even more tense. So he couldn't do that. But if he gets Snake to do it, then it's, just generally easier for him. And he also has some level of plausible deniability. Azor says, I didn't pull the trigger. I just ordered you to, so we didn't kill him. Exactly. Some level of plausible deniability. A proxy war, one might say. I think that's the right term, but, well, maybe not a proxy war, but proxy fight. Having somebody fight for you on your behalf, but you're technically like kind of involved in the fight, but people are fighting for you. That's pretty much I think that's what a proxy war is. Anyways, but yeah. And so this game takes place first in the timeline. So in Metal Gear Solid 3, you play as the original Snake. In Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, you play as Solid Snake, who is the clone of Big Boss. So in terms of the timeline, what pretty much happens, without spoiling any game we haven't played yet, basically you've got Snake, who becomes Big Boss. Later on, Big Boss forms... How do I want to explain this? So based on this game, you kind of have to infer that... no. So in terms of release order, what you have to go off of now is that in Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2... Not to be confused with Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2. In Metal Gear 1 and 2, you play as Solid Snake, but your objective is to infiltrate a place called Outer Heaven. Outer Heaven is... Metal Gear lore is about as crazy to explain as Kingdom Hearts lore. It's not... I haven't heard Kingdom Hearts lore, but Metal Gear lore is not too bad. So essentially Big Boss in Metal Gear 1, Big Boss forms a kind of like a country called Outer Heaven. Outer Heaven is and sorry, 10th Division says Metal Gear Solid 3, 5, Metal Gear 1, 2, Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4. Almost. Technically that is correct, but it technically goes Metal Gear Solid 3 Peace Walker and then Metal Gear Solid 5. But it's very close. It's very close. Um but yeah, the in Metal Gear 1, Big Boss forms Outer Heaven, and Outer Heaven is a essentially a country full of soldiers, and the soldiers are waging war against like either the US or the world. And Solid Snake is a US, I don't remember what part of the military he's a US military guy, and Solid Snake is tasked with killing Big Boss in Metal Gear 1. And then he's tasked with doing it again in 2. But that's besides the point. So 3 kind of sets up, I mean, you get to play as Big Boss again in Peace Walker in 5, right? But the way 3 sets it up is to essentially kind of hint that like Snake is kind of devastated at having killed the boss at the end. So it's kind of hinted at that Snake, his mission was to kill the boss, and the boss's philosophy was very much like, I fulfill the role that I was given by in service of my country. It doesn't matter what the role is, even if I'm labeled as a traitor or whatever, and history doesn't remember me, it doesn't, or remembers me poorly, it doesn't matter because that's my role. And Snake, hold on. So, so Snake ultimately, sorry, my dad had to tell me something. I kind of lost my train of thought. So Snake has to kill the boss. The boss's philosophy is very much like, I fulfill the role that I'm given, and if that means that I die on behalf of my country, so be it. And Snake had to kill the boss to prevent like a stupid thing, to prevent a war that could have been entirely prevented, because the government is essentially exploiting people like the boss, and Snake doesn't like that. So it's hinted that the reason that Outer Heaven exists is because Snake becomes kind of like anti-government, because he feels that the government just uses soldiers for whatever they want to accomplish, and that the soldiers are just tools. Therefore, and he is a soldier, so he's like, why the hell would I want to be a tool to do something stupid like this? So he becomes, this is the reason why he's a villain, basically. Villain in quotations, is because he gets very much like, I don't want to be used by the government, therefore I'm gonna make my own country and just fill it with soldiers, and then just like give us like a nuclear deterrent in there so that nobody messes with us. That's pretty much what he becomes. And then that's the reason why Metal Gear 1 and 2 happen, is because at that point, Big Boss is a threat to the rest of the world, so someone has to go eliminate him. So that, anyway, that's pretty much what 3 explains. 3 gives the origin story of how Snake came to be, and why Big Boss chooses to wage war on the government. It's because he doesn't like that he doesn't like that he is being used. Anyway, But yeah, Division says I think Kingdom Hearts is harder to understand because of magic. Yeah, I can't understand magic. I understand Metal Gear, but not magic. Disney magic. So true. So true. That's an advanced kind of magic. And Tentavision says, I thought that I can't say because spoilers for 5. Yeah, but we'll try to avoid spoilers for 5 until we get there. But I have a feeling about what you're gonna say. 5. To me, 5 is not. I don't know how to say it without spoiling stuff. Uh, the purpose of 5 in the story is not. 5 accomplishes something for the legacy of Big Boss, but its contributions to the legacy of Big Boss is not quite something that I've mentioned yet. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably doesn't make sense, but hopefully it does. Hopefully. And if you didn't play Peace Walker, oh, another thing. Sorry, I'm on my Metal Gear soapbox right now. I actually have to eat dinner soon. But so Metal Gear Solid 3 is going to be remade as Metal Gear Delta. Exciting news. I heard a rumor, I don't know how true this is, but I heard a rumor that if Metal Gear Delta does well, Konami is going to remaster or remake the games chronologically, which means that the next game they're going to remake is Peace Walker. It's not going to be Metal Gear Solid 1. They're going to remake Peace Walker like directly. Wild choice, by the way. But wild choice in the sense that it's a massive game. That thing is massive. I don't know how you're going to recreate the whole thing, but it's on PSP, which might make it seem like it's small. No, dude. I feel like it would be easier to remaster like 4 than it would be to remaster Peace Walker. If you're going to remake Peace Walker, you might as well remake 5. Or literally any other game. I feel like, to me, in my personal opinion, I think Peace Walker is going to be the hardest to remake. In my opinion. But anyways, that's the rumor that they're going to remake Peace Walker. And supposedly, I think they said that somewhere. I don't know. I read it on like a Reddit comment. I'm not sure how. I'm not quite sure how where the source is for that information, but I read it on a Reddit comment, and it's further supported by one of the pre-order bonuses you get, or not pre-order. One of the DLC. So there's DLC costumes announced for Delta. One of them is the sneaking suit from Peace Walker, and the battle dress from Peace Walker as well, which would make sense if they're already working on Peace Walker remake. It would make sense that they already have those like outfits done, because then that would just be the next game. So they're pretty much just giving you outfits for the next game they're gonna make. Makes a lot of sense to me. Anyways, Tentavision says, funny story, I actually own Metal Gear Solid 4, but not a PS3. I never actually played a Metal Gear game. Tentavision, you gotta play Metal Gear, man. Metal Gear, now, hear me out. Metal Gear, I have like rose-colored glasses for Metal Gear. Metal Gear is a game that I grew up with. I actually didn't fully understand the story until like today. So this playthrough wasn't for nothing. When I was young, I was too young to understand the story. I never understood why Eva was working with us if she was also KGB. But it makes sense now to me, because it's like, oh, it's because Volgin and Khrushchev are both Russian, but Volgin is the opposing party. So KGB, the KGB would technically be working with the US because then Khrushchev is working with the US to eliminate the boss. Therefore, the resources of Russia would be available, or the Russia would be working with the US for the elimination of the boss. In which case, Eva would make sense that Eva's KGB. I didn't understand why Eva would be KGB because it doesn't make sense if we're fighting. If Russians are the bad guys, then I wasn't sure why we're working with them. It makes sense now because Eva is anyway. Well, technically she's a Chinese spy. She's a spy for China, but she pretends to be KGB, and I was wondering why she anyway. But yeah. And 10th Division says, I'm not sure where I want to start. Honestly, I would start with Delta, the one we just played. I mean, I know I just kind of summarized the whole story, but 3 is good. 1, Metal Gear Solid 1 is good. Personally, I wouldn't start with Metal Gear 1 or Metal Gear 2. You could, but it's kind of rough. I can't even lie. Like, I'm a Metal Gear fan. I can't play Metal Gear 1 and 2. So it's those 2 games do not age well at all. All the other Metal Gears do, but that Metal Gear does not. Metal Gear 1 and 2 do not. Anywho, apparently the game was bundled with my dad's PS3. When he bought it, he doesn't play Metal Gear. I have the game now. The reason that I got into Metal Gear was because my uncle had a PS3 that was bundled with Metal Gear Solid 4. And I was at my uncle's place and I was playing Metal Gear. I started with 4 personally. That's the worst place to start, by the way. In my opinion, if you want to get into the story, 4 is like the worst place to start for story. Gameplay is good, but there's not a whole lot of gameplay, admittedly. But yeah, what was I saying? 4 is not a good place to start, story-wise. It spoils everything, so don't play 4. Start with 3 or start with Metal Gear Solid 1. You could just go in chronological or release order, starting with Metal Gear Solid 1. Mandy says, at Azure, Taku, when asked what his favorite core principle / Metal Gear is, all 9. All of them. But 9, well, are there 9? I probably got to count every single time. 3. Well. Did I really say all 9? Welcome in, Kitsune. Welcome in. I'd say I love all 6. Oh, all 9 is a Severance reference. Oh, okay. Whoopsie. All 6. Not 9. 3. Favorite Metal Gear. Peace Walker. 10 out of 10. Amazing. Peace Walker. No, hear me out. If you didn't play Peace Walker, sorry, if you played 3 and you didn't play Peace Walker, play Peace Walker. Peace Walker is so good. It's a PSP game. I played it on PSP, but I think it still manages to hold up pretty well. It's more of like an arcade Metal Gear, but it has a lot of depth. For what it was, it's really, really impressive to have released on the PSP. Peace Walker, 10 out of 10. 5, 8 out of 10. 5 is the one that I'm the most likely to play again. Or 5 is the most likely for me to like, if I want to load and play a Metal Gear, the chances that I'm loading 5, it's pretty much always 5. And 10th Division says, I heard there's one on the 3DS. What is that? Is it a port? It is a port of Metal Gear Solid 3. So it is Metal Gear Solid 3DS. It's Metal Gear Solid 3, but it has like a 3D effect on it. I played that one as well. I actually have a 3DS specifically for that game. I'm being judged, but don't don't think about that. Um anyway, so 3, 10 out of 10. Peace Walker, 10 out of 10. 5, it's like an 8 out of 10. To me, 5 is not finished. Um Metal Gear 1, Metal Gear 2. I didn't finish those. I think I tried to play Metal Gear 1. To me it's unplayable. I can't play that. It's I can't, dude. Like it's not just the sneaking is fine. The problem is that some of the stuff about the base, it just doesn't make any sense. It'll be like, oh, you gotta grab this thing and like go hit this wall and maybe blow up the wall. It looks indistinguishable from the other walls, kind of thing. It's just to me, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2 are nonsense. I'm not gonna give it a rating because I didn't finish it technically, but Metal Gear 1 and 2 to me are nonsense. Metal Gear Solid 1, 10 out of 10. Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chief. I don't care for 2. Uh, to me, some people love 2. Like 2 is like their favorite. Like we had a guy on Monday that was saying that like 2 is his favorite. Um, 2, you either love it or you don't care for it. I'm on the boat of I don't care for it. The gameplay, to me, the boat is good, but the tanker, the big shell sucks. I don't care for the big shell. Um, which is the majority of the game. I don't care for that. I do think that some of the things that it says in the game age very well. So 2, I'll give it like a 7. It's still good, but it's just not as good as the other ones. 4, Metal Gear Solid 4 is a 10 out of 10. It is the perfect ending to any game, period. Any game series, I'd say that Metal Gear Solid 4 is the best ending. By far, the best ending. It does a very good job of tying up loose ends. Which, okay, this leads me into Revengeance. So 4 does an excellent job of tying up loose ends and creating like a definitive ending. It's like this is the end of Metal Gear. It's done. Metal Gear is done. Now the problem I have with Revengeance is its conflict with 4. Revengeance, I've played multiple times. I'd say it's like an 8 out of 10. Welcome into Bluxy. Welcome in. We're talking about my rankings of Metal Gear. Revengeance, the only reason I have a problem with Revengeance is because 4 is to me 4 is a perfect ending, and then Revengeance is like, it takes that ending and it's like, well, yeah, but let's go fight some robots, which is fine, but to me, I like Rising Revengeance, but to me it's not canon. I know it's technically canon. Technically it's canon, but to me, I pretend it doesn't exist within the canon because to me it kind of ruins 4's ending. But I mean it's good. I'd say it's still like an 8 out of 10. I still like it a lot more than I like 2. Rising is good. Also, honorable mention, Portable Ops. Portable Ops is a 9 out of 10. The controls are whack, but if you haven't played Portable Ops, I'm hoping that comes with a Master Collection. Portable Ops takes place between 3 and Peace Walker. It's technically canon with like a question mark at the end of it. It's Kojima himself is kind of unsure whether it's canon. He pretty much says that like some stuff kind of happened in the stuff that happened in Portable Ops, like yeah, it kind of happened, but maybe not in the way that it technically happened. Which is kind of I think that's pretty much verbatim what his response was. When asked about Portable Ops' canonicity, I think he says ultimately, pretty much everything that happens in Portable Ops is never brought up again. So ultimately, it's not really necessary to play Portable Ops. But the story was good. The gameplay was good. The controls are kind of whack, but Portable Ops is like an early prototype version of what Peace Walker would become, and Peace Walker is a prototype version of what 5 is. So ultimately, Portable Ops. Portable Ops is like a solid like 8 or 9, like an 8.5. It's not quite a 9. 8 is too low. Portable Ops deserves more credit. 9 is too high. So I'll give it like an 8.5. It's good. And if you have the chance to play it, play it. Now, Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops Plus is it's like an arcade version of Portable Ops without the story. So it's Portable Ops without the story. So it's kind of like a roguelite, if that's the right term. You pretty much move through levels, you capture some soldiers, you beat the boss, whatever, and then you can redo it over and over again with different maps and different enemies and whatever. Now, Portable Ops Plus, I don't know whether to call it a Metal Gear. It's good. It's like an 8. It's not bad. I would, if I could replay Portable Ops Plus right now as I'm talking, I would, but I can't because I need to use an emulator. But it's good. It's very good. Anyways, sorry, I'm on my Metal Gear soapbox, so I'm just kind of like word vomiting towards you guys. But I hope nobody out there is offended by my Metal Gear position because I'm very opinionated about my Metal Gears. I know everyone likes Revengeance. I feel bad about saying bad things about Revengeance. It's not that it's bad. I just don't like. To me, 4 is a perfect ending, and I feel that Revengeance undoes the ending, and that's the only reason that I have a gripe with Revengeance. Everything else about Revengeance is good. It's good. And the memes are good as well. The only problem is that it undoes 4's ending, which is sad. Anyways, Azur says people who have played all the Metal Gear games or all the Kingdom Hearts games are truly ballin'. Every game is on a new console. The only Metal Gears I haven't played, there's like a really obscure phone one I haven't played. Metal Gear Solid 4 on the iPod Touch. I played that. That's about as obscure as it gets, aside from the flip phone one. There was a flip phone Metal Gear game for Metal Gear Solid 2. I didn't play that one. That one's like impossible to play now, I think. Or maybe you could emulate it somehow. I don't know. But I didn't finish Metal Gear 1 or Metal Gear 2. I tried Metal Gear 1. Metal Gear Acid 1 and Metal Gear Acid 2 I did not play because I didn't like card games. But I'm so down bad for Metal Gear that if I had the chance to do so today, I would. But technically, those are not canon, so you could play them, but they're not canon. So it's like Metal Gear. If Metal Gear was an anime and a card strategy game, that's what Metal Gear Acid is. I didn't play those, so anyways, but damn right when I show up, I guess better than seeing the ending. Yeah, you definitely, when Delta comes out, definitely play Delta. 3 is so good, dude. I love 3. And Mandy says, Taku once told me his ideal relationship with a hot girl that listens to him. Or, Taku once told me his ideal relationship is with a hot girl that listens to him talk about Metal Gear Solid. Her participation in the conversation is not required. Sounds about right. Yes. Yes. You all are collectively my hot girlfriend tonight. I hope you feel honored. Just for one night. I'll pretend that you guys are my hot girlfriend. We're talking Metal Gear. It's important. So, anyways, Azur says on the iPod Touch, yes. So, back in the day, I think it's no longer compatible with current day iPhones and iPod Touches, but there was a Metal Gear Solid 4 iPod Touch game that I think it was like a mix of like fights from the game, fights from 4, but in like, it was kind of like a cover-based shooter where you guys ever play Nikke? Don't answer that. I know nobody does. It's just me. It's a game where you play as like, well, you essentially, it's like a gacha game. You collect a bunch of like anime waifus, and then you hold your finger on the screen, and then you can like have them uh shoot the enemies, whatever. And anyways, you lift your finger off the screen, and then they take cover. Besides the point. So it was like that, except instead of anime girls, it was a snake. Essentially, you have to fight. You have to fight like the PMCs and the bosses and whatever. Um, you put your finger on the screen to shoot, and then you lift your finger up to take cover. And you fight the bosses, and you fight the soldiers and whatever. But yeah, and so we are not hot. So we aren't hot every night. Not every night. No, not usually. I'm just kidding. Of course. Well, I don't know. I mean, even hot people have their off days. You know what I mean? I don't know where I'm going with this. Anyways, uh, this message is funny, but I can't read it out loud. The one that Azur says after the eyebrow raise. Um, Listen, I'm a man of culture. I am a man of culture. Tentavision shows a shaking booty. Nikkei, yep. That's what it is. That's what it is. Kitsune says, I remember that game. Taku wants it on PC so bad. Are we talking about the Nikkei game? Or are we talking about the Metal Gear game? The Metal Gear one, I want it more for my collection. But Nikkei's on PC. So technically, if we're talking about, yeah, Nikkei's already on PC. So come on. Come on now. Kitsune. You need to download it. Okay. Join my guild. I think I actually do have a guild. Actually, hold on. I don't know if my mom's putting away the food. I might have to grab the food. Anyway, join my guild. You get I get stuff if I send like, I don't know, friendship points to you, and you get stuff if I get or you get stuff from my friendship points, and I get stuff for sending them to you. So if you join my guild, good things are in store. So anyways, Taku is negging chat. You guys are only hot sometimes. And Mandy says, I'm hot like one night a year. High hot one night a year. I'm Taku. Got him. If I'm lucky. High lucky. I'm Taku. Got him. I guess tonight's not that night. Cap. Cap. I'm warm most of the time. Did you know? Did you know that I feel like so I've been wearing my glasses to work. My glasses actually do look like the glasses on the VTuber model. They are pretty accurate. The only difference is that they're not green tinted in real life. They're just clear. But the gold rim is real. Not actual gold, but gold color. Anyways. Oh, I need to grab dinner. Hold on. I'll be right back. Give me like 2 seconds. All right, sorry. I had to make sure that had to make sure my mom didn't wash the dishes and all that before I grab my meal. Anyways, I'm gonna keep talking for a bit longer. But where was I? So going back to the Bluxy thing of I'm warm most of the time. So I've been wearing my glasses to work now lately. I've gotten okay. So the stuff that's so my right eye, right? My left eye is okay. Generally, it's like a little funny, but it's not too bad. My right eye is like kind of blurry. Not like super blurry, but like I can see, but if I need to read in like detail, I can't do it with my right eye. Um, so my brain gets kind of like when I have both eyes open, things look mostly clear, but it feels a little funny because my brain is kind of like compensating and it's kind of like it fills out the detail using my left eye because my right eye can't see clearly. Um, so it's kind of weird to look at stuff. So I got glasses, right? I don't need them technically because I can see with both my eyes open. I can see detail. Um, it just kind of gets rid of that like confusion in my brain about one side being kind of not good. And so I usually wear my glasses when I game, but I've been noticing that my face tracking gets kind of confused. Like, you know, like the eye thing. You guys have seen the weird eye thing where it kind of like, I mean, I'm blinking right now, but where it like does like kind of like this. Um, my eyes blink out of sync. So I think it's because of my glasses, like the glare on my glasses. So I stopped wearing glasses when I'm streaming, and I think it helps a lot with my face tracking. But then, so now the problem is that now I have a pair of glasses that are just sitting around, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense that, I mean, to be fair, okay, so my old job used to have like funds set aside for you to um, essentially make like medical purchases, and they come out of that fund, but the fund is specifically for medical purchases. So you either use it or you lose it, right? So I bought the glasses using that fund. Now ultimately, in a way, I technically didn't pay for the glasses. I did, but it was through the medical fund. So it wasn't like my casual happy spending money. It's from my dedicated medical money. And in that way, uh, didn't really cost me anything. But getting back to the point, so so now I've got this pair of glasses that I'm not really using, right? And I thought to myself, well, one of the reasons I didn't want to wear it to work was because usually I use my headset to keep my glasses in place because if I look down and look around too much, then my brain kind of like gets confused about or sorry, my brain's getting confused IRL. If I look down too much, my glasses fall off my face. Um, or they slowly start moving down, and I need to keep adjusting my glasses. But the new problem at work is that I'm trying to grow out my hair, and I'm at that awkward phase where the bangs are past my eyes, but they're like in my mouth or just generally on my face, and it drives me insane. And they're long enough to put behind my ear, but not long enough to stay there. It's driving me insane. So I thought to myself, you know what? I got my pair of glasses that I'm not using, and uh, my what am I saying? Got my pair of glasses that I'm not using, and my hair is getting in my eyes, so why don't I wear my glasses to work? So these past 2 days, I've been wearing my glasses to work. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like people are like looking at me differently or like treating me differently now that I have the glasses on. Now, I personally think I personally think it ups me by like 5 points uh in my looks. Hear me out. I think I think nerd, yes, but I might be a hot nerd. There's one lady at the office that like never talks to me. She's talking to me now. And I was helping this lady with her computer today, and she was getting like really close. And part of me is like, I feel like nobody would be getting this close if I was like not hot glasses. But anyway, um, so things are working in my favor. I'm hoping that the hot glasses are what it takes to pass my you know, like how at work you have like a probationary period. You gotta like you're hired, but they could technically fire you at the end of your probation because they don't like you. Um, I'm hoping that the hot glasses are what it takes to pass the review because I don't know if my performance is going to do it. So I'm going to rely on the glasses. Anyways, sorry, I'm kind of behind on chats. But 10th Division says, I'll sit here and listen to you talk about Metal Gear, but I'm not playing Nikkei. That's fair. 10th Division has standards, so true. 10th Division is a respectful member of society, perhaps, so true. I'm kind of deranged, I can't even lie. I don't need them, said right after stating he can't see out of one eye properly. I can see. Like, I can see, I can drive. Like, if both my eyes were like my right eye, I could drive. Could I read? No, but I could drive. I can see shapes and stuff. And use your glasses. You could use some pretty bow hair clips. Okay. I don't know if I could pull off the bow hair clips look, but I think I can pull off the hot glasses look. But yeah, I wouldn't say they're treating me better. But people are talking to me when it wasn't really that before. Anyway, but yeah, glasses are a vibe. So true. Confidence arc. I don't know about confidence, but Taku hot arc maybe. But yeah, I have like I don't know. I don't really care for like I did try on. Okay, so here's more Taku lore. So I have a big head. Now, it's not like cartoonishly big, but it's big enough that like hats, they don't fit right. Glasses, they don't fit right. So I need to have like I used to play football. This is back in like middle school, so no time recent. But the standard big helmet, too small. I had to get a special order. That's how big my head is. Anyways, neither here nor there, I guess. But so I have like the frames you see on my VTuber model are actually like pretty much 1-to-1. Even the shape, it's pretty much like 1-to-1 what it's like. The shape, the size, and the color, but the green. Everything about the glasses are pretty much exactly what they're like on my face. Maybe a little bit, well, I guess proportional to eyes, but the big glasses that, yeah, that's a thing. I like to have the big lenses because it's like more to see. And the problem with, you know, like how some glasses have like the plastic bits on the left and right, the really big plastic the really big plastic bits on the frames. So I don't like that. Not because of how it looks, but because to me, it's like kind of like obscures the sides of your vision. I don't know why I like having my peripheral vision or whatever. Um, so my lenses are really big and my frames are really thin. And the problem with having thick frames is that I have a big head. So if I have like really thick frames, they're gonna like stretch, and it's gonna be really obvious that the plastic is like stretching to fit around my enormous head. So for that reason, uh, small frames. Well, small frames, big glasses. You understand. Um, Anywho, Taku confidence arc. At least the cute nerd. So true. It's me. Taku, this logic is insane, but I'm rooting for you. Thank you. I try. Luxie says, I wish I could rock glasses. They just go crooked on my busted nose. What? You got a busted nose? The problem with me is that my nose bridge is not super pronounced. So the glasses are like falling down all the time. Maybe that's part of the hot glasses arc. Because my glasses are like not fully like can I do it with the model? My glasses are kind of like no. No, I can't really do it. They're like a little bit down sometimes, so I'm kind of like looking at you like through the rim sometimes. Through the rim of the glasses because my it doesn't sit on my nose properly. So I need to keep pushing it up or I need to just let it sit. So, yeah. And there's a Seinfeld plot line in there somewhere. Ha! I haven't seen Seinfeld. I haven't watched too many sitcoms. Sag. Azur says, I'm staying off the streets from now on. Maybe it's because they can see your face now because the hair is finally out of your eyes. I don't know if that's it. Maybe. Mandy says, I don't know about confidence, but I'm hot. Lamau. If you can call yourself hot, that's a confidence arc. I guess. I don't know. I guess, man. What I need to do is sit up straight. I have like no energy to do it. Even now I'm slouching. I need to sit up. Big head gang. When you have to rock the fat blank helmets. So true. No, same thing with hats. There's like a hat store that I went to as a kid, and most of the hats don't fit. I remember like trying on many hats. None of the hats really fit. There was like a handful of hats that they made in a large enough size to comfortably fit my head. It's pretty bad. I think my hair is also kind of thick. So the thick hair also kind of adds a few millimeter or two. I don't know. Or centimeter, I mean. Anyways, people with big heads are cute because you're like a Pokemon. Right. We'll go with that. Right. I'm crying. Hi, crying. I'm Taku. Big lenses, thin frame. So true. I'm imagining Dylan from Severance and Taku's glasses are hanging on for dear life. If only I knew who Dylan was. I watched the first episode of Severance and then I just didn't buy a subscription. Anyways, well, fellas, is it about that time? Oh, new item obtained. Patriot, nice. Camera, nice. Green face paint, nice. Tuxedo, nice. DPM pattern, Oscam desert pattern. I already have these. Don't I already have these? Or maybe it's because I said Metal Gear Solid 3 is my favorite. Anywho, where do I go from here? So the plan, I've actually been really like busy these past. I haven't had a whole lot of like Taku sit and be non-thinking for a while. So I was actually going to make today a short stream. I was just going to finish Metal Gear Solid 3 and dip out. I have to eat. I didn't eat on stream yet. So I'm just gonna have to end. But here's the plan for the rest of this week. So Kitsune had mentioned that Saturdays probably work a little better for community stuff. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking if you guys are down for Marvel Rivals, this goes for everybody here. I think everybody here has participated in some form of community night. But if you want to do Marvel Rivals on Saturday, we can organize to do that. Currently, Friday, I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday as the same game, and then have Saturday be community stuff should we decide to do so. Uh, and Sundays, I'm thinking of just taking breaks generally. At least this Sunday is gonna be a break for me. So Friday, I'm thinking of either finishing Dying Light on stream because I need to finish that game, or I want to start Immortals Phoenix Rising. I might do that on Friday. If I don't do it on Friday, I'll do it next Monday. So we got that in the cards for us. Immortals Phoenix Rising is supposed to be very similar to Breath of the Wild, so hopefully it'll be like a resurgence of Breath of the Wild without actually playing Breath of the Wild. Saturday is kind of up in the air. I'm actually so the Steam summer sale, sorry, the Steam spring sale starts tomorrow. Keep an eye out. This goes for everybody. Like a big boss, keep an eye out. The spring sale starts tomorrow. Check out the sales. If I pick up something I like, I might actually do that on Friday or Saturday. I actually want to play Armored Core. I don't know if anybody would want to watch that, but I want to play it for myself. So I'm not making any guarantees on that. I want to see what the price is for that. But I'm looking to buy Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I want to play it on my ultra wide. So I'm hoping that goes on a deep sale. I'm hoping for Armored Core. I'm hoping for Warhammer Rogue Trader. I think I might do that as well. Maybe not on stream, but I want to do that generally speaking. But Saturday's up in the air currently. So, but yeah, Dead Rising versus Metal Gear. Who wins? Metal Gear. I love Dead Rising. There's just something special about Dead Rising to me. But Metal Gear wins every time. So, how much money have you spent on each? I don't know. I genuinely don't, but it's kind of a dumb amount. So I don't want to talk about it. Let's see if they have the goods. So true, Bluxy. So true. I hope they have the goods. Does the console needed for Metal Gear count? Okay, so I don't know the numbers. I'll just list off Dead Rising stuff. So I bought Dead Rising 2 on the Xbox 360. I don't know how much it cost. I got Dead Rising 3 on PC. I bought Dead Rising off the record on PlayStation. I bought Dead Rising 1 on PlayStation. I bought Dead Rising 1 again, but on PC. I bought Dead Rising 1 Deluxe Remaster on PlayStation. I bought Dead Rising 2, Dead Rising Off the Record, and Dead Rising 4 on PC. Oh, and I bought Dead Rising 4 on PlayStation. I sound like a crazy person now that I didn't realize how many times I bought it. Anyway, Metal Gear is a little bit harder because it's been several years. I didn't buy 4, but I have a copy of Metal Gear Solid 4. I have Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 3 as a collection for PS2. I have the for PS2, I have the HD collection that was released for Xbox 360. I have the I can't remember what it was called at the time, like a master collection. I have the master collection of 1, 2, 3, and 4, which released after that, separate from the past two collections. I bought the master collection on PC. I have 5 on PlayStation, Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain. I think I might have 5 on Xbox. I don't know if that's just Phantom Pain or Ground Zeroes, or both. And I have 5 Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes on PC. And I have Portable Ops Plus, and Peace Walker on PC. Sorry, on PSP. No, I think that's it. No, I have 3 on 3DS. Yeah, I think that's it. So all in all, they're about the same amount of purchases. I don't know. Dead Rising is like a comfort game for me. I just like Dead Rising. Anywho, but yeah, honestly can't tell who's winning. They're about the same. Live your best life, Taku. Thank you, Azor. The only reason I never turned into a gamer that bought the same game remastered, ported, remade is because the games I play don't get that kind of attention. I see. I see. And I'd buy 1,000 Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Generally, I don't rebuy stuff. The problem is that I'm making the transition to PC, and that's the reason why I'm buying so much. When I rebuy stuff, it's usually because I transitioned to a different console, but I wanted to replay something at a better performance. The better performance being the key, and that's why I have it again. But yeah, I wish Fire Emblem was on every console and on PC, so true, so I could buy them all. I also wish it was on PC. I also wish. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for remakes. I can't even lie. I'm a sucker for remakes. So I almost said something wild. But anyways, yeah, I think I'll end the stream here. I gotta eat. The food's getting cold before my very eyes. So hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you everybody for joining me. Thank you to... There's so many people I can't possibly go in order, but thank you to Mandy, Azur, Bluxy, Tentavision, Kitsune. Thank you. Thank you to Appy, Snipey, and oh, there's one more. I can feel it in my bones. Someone might be out there, but thank you for anybody that I missed. Have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you guys on Friday. Oh wait, you guys want to go somewhere? I always forget. Like at the last second, I remember. Nope. Well, I guess. Good night, everybody. Good night. Oh, we're gonna go watch a show with Azur. Nice. Have a wonderful night, everybody.